Welcome to Teaching Basics 101. My name is Dr. Pedro Espinosa. I am a teaching assistant professor here in the College of Education, and I am also the diversity point person for the college. Today we're going to talk about professionalism and what it means to be a professional educator. I'm going to talk about the responsibilities that we have as a professional educator to students, to parents, to school, to the school district, the community, and the profession in general. Some of the responsibilities as a professional educator. We're going to start with the basics. So the dress code, I know that's what many first-year teachers worry about. Am I dressed appropriately, etc. I would like to recommend to check the dress code for your school. Even in the same school district, you may have a different dress code for each one of the schools. So become familiar with the dress code and just follow it to the best of your ability. The next thing that I would like to recommend, to not give out your cell phone number to students at any grade level. There are other ways to communicate with students and parents and families. For example, one of the ways is email. It is not as fast. They may not check their email as regularly as they do their cell phones, but it's a more professional way to communicate with students and families. If you happen to be a coach or an advisor, you can also create a website where you can write down or you can put down your dates and times of the events. You can also use Class Dojo, Talking Points. There are many different apps that you can use to communicate with parents. The next thing I would like to recommend is maintain a professional relationship with students, parents, and families. And I do recommend that you get to know your students, become friends with your students, but make sure that you always maintain that teacher-student relationship. You may be friends with some of the students' parents, but at the same time, remember that now you are the professional educator and you are representing the school. Therefore, even though you are friends with them, just make sure that you maintain that professionalism. Responsibilities to the students and parents. Do not share confidential information with other parents unless it is information about their children. They do have access to that information, again, through a parent portal. The next thing that I want to recommend is view all students from the asset perspective. Each and every student has something to contribute, and they have background knowledge. Therefore, by getting to know them, use their background knowledge as an asset to differentiate your instruction and to teach the content. Be an advocate for equitable opportunities for all students. Do not say, I treat all my students the same, because you shouldn't treat all your students the same. Every single one of them is different. Therefore, thinking about equitable opportunities, you should get to know your students and provide them with the resources. Be knowledgeable about school policies. In order to be an advocate and a guide and a teacher, you must become familiar and be knowledgeable with the policies, with the codes, for you to advocate and to inform your students and your families about these resources. Maintain good communication with parents and families. I mentioned Parent Portal, Class Dojo, and a few other ways to communicate with parents, but you will have parents and families that do not have access to internet, to Wi-Fi. Therefore, I recommend that you send either parent notes on the students' folders or somehow figure out a way to communicate with these parents, possibly a phone call, etc. Keep grades up to date in the software. In other words, upload the grades, especially at the end of the 9 weeks or the end of the semester. Another thing that I do recommend is do not wait until the end of the 9 weeks. Make sure that you're uploading the grades as soon as you have them, as soon as they're available. This allows the students and parents the opportunity to check, to continue to check and see how they're doing instead of catching them by surprise.
Hi, everyone. Tom Vance here from Kansas State University. I have a question. Are you ready to change careers and transform lives? Or perhaps you've looked into becoming a teacher only to find significant obstacles of time, money, and inconvenience. The Master of Arts in Teaching program is a powerful, fully accredited online program that is ranked in the top 20 by U.S. News & World Report. The fully online MAT program not only earns you a teaching license in your home state, but also a master's degree at the same time, all from your home and in just 12 months. We invite you to join hundreds of professionals from around the globe who have chosen K-State's MAT. Please check out more information about our award-winning program, including our new residency programs, by visiting the website below. Thank you.
Some of the responsibilities to the school that you will have as a professional educator that I would like to recommend is to maintain a positive communication with grade level teams. If you are at bigger schools, urban, suburban, more than likely you're going to have more than 2 first grade classes. Therefore, it's a good idea to maintain a good communication with them, especially when you're planning your lessons together. Communicate with your English language department, your SPED department, and this will provide you with opportunities and with access to ELPs of the students. These are documents teachers from the ELL department or the SPED department upload to the system, and also they provide you with different strategies and activities that you can implement with the students. And a good rapport with staff members, with school secretaries, custodians, etc. Just remember that you're all in the same profession, and you're all working collaboratively to support the needs of your students. Create a welcoming and safe and positive environment for all students, for parents, and for families. We want every single one of our parents to feel comfortable when they leave their child at the school, knowing that their child is going to be safe and protected, and that we're going to do a good job educating them and again, creating a safe environment for them. Also, as a professional educator, it is our responsibility to help our families and parents feel welcome and like they belong in the school, like they can participate and collaborate in activities and events taking place for their children. So just remember, representation. As a professional educator, you will be representing the school, the community, the school district, the state, and the profession in general. Responsibility to the district. Try your best to model for colleagues, students, the appropriate and responsible way to take care of public property, of your classroom, your gym, the school in general, because these facilities belong to all of us. Therefore, we should not just expect our custodians to clean and to pick up trash in our buildings, etc. We should model responsible ways of taking care of our facilities in general. Model positive behavior at school functions. It is very tempting to get a little out of hand when we attend school events or school sports. Remember that you're always in the public eye, and therefore try to remain and to keep your composure, and because again and to model positive behavior, because everybody again usually is watching our behavior. And finally, responsibility to the profession. Try to demonstrate good behavior, good conduct, etc. Provide accurate information to students, parents, colleagues, etc. As a professional educator, you will be expected to have the answers to all the questions, which I can guarantee you that that's not going to be the case every time. If you happen not to know an answer to a specific question, make sure that it's okay to let them know that you will get the answer to that question and provide them with the answer at a later time. It is better to wait and to provide them with to provide people with the correct information than to just misguide or mislead them with inappropriate information. So this is the Kansas Educator Code of Conduct, and you have a list of appropriate behavior and inappropriate behavior. So therefore, even this list is a brief list. So I recommend that you familiarize yourself with the code of conduct, also provided to you by the school or your school. Again, I want to welcome every single one of you to the profession, and good luck in the future. Thank you.